And maybe you can think of a reason to jump the line. I mean, maybe there could be, well, they're both here and you're on obviously the right side of the line, which would be back here, if you want to think of this invisible line. If we're on the right side of this line, maybe an explosion happens on this side, on the fourth wall, right here, this way. That would be a reason to jump the line, because again, they would both turn their heads that way, and they would go, what the hell was that? And then what would you follow that up with? Jumping the line. So a nuclear blast has gone off behind them in the far distance, even though it looks really close. But since we're, right behind them, since it's a nuclear blast, it's going to seem close anyway. They're looking this way now. They're both looking at this way, but we're behind them. We've jumped the line. The line is basically right here behind their heads, and we are behind it. So we have jumped over the line on this side. So now, since we've done that, we can literally go wherever we want. And different camera moves and different types of blocking that you do can all change the line. The thing is, what is distracting is when, if you don't have a distraction and you do this all of a sudden, it disorients you. It doesn't feel right. Just try it, test it out, and you can see. Just stand there in front of the camera, like how I am right now, and then all of a sudden put the camera on the other side and show the other side of the room real quick. It will disorient you. And unless you give it a lot of time, or unless you wrap around, or unless there's a distraction, it's not going to be very, how should I say, smooth in transitioning for you. A good way to transition would be to go to a medium. Go to if you think left, middle, right. This is going to be a bad example, but the car is driving from screen left to right, and then it's coming forward towards us, or off away from us, and we're following it. And then we go from frame right to left. It's okay because we've given it a middle transition, so it like softly guides you. So say if they're talking right here in the first shot, and then in the second shot they continue to talk while we're following them along for a little while. When we go this way, we haven't become as disoriented if we were to get rid of the middle section. If you got rid of that middle section and you're going to the right, camera left to right, and then all of a sudden you're going from camera right to left, it disorients you. The only way that would not disorient you is if you ever watch any scenes that take place within a car. They'll usually be like this. So that's a bad wheel. They'll usually be like this. So it will be in an OTS, or even tighter. He may be cut off, which is fine, but it would just reverse match on that side. So he may be cut off, but that's usually how you would see a driving thing. So that wouldn't throw you off because it's an OTS, because you are keeping that eye line, because the line is right here. The line isn't actually outside of the car. So whatever you cut to, normally they would cut back to a wide, full shot of a bridge, and they're driving, and then they'll come back maybe to a wider shot like this. But either way, what they're doing is they're establishing the 3D space of the actual scene, of the actual area. And that gives you the geography of the scene. Therefore, you're not confused. But if you did what I showed you before, try it out, you'll see. You'll be like, what happened? Hopefully that helped elaborate a little bit on the eye line and jumping the line.